Okay, hello, second hour. This is a quick video to show you guys how to fill out a 1040EZ. So on your desk, you should have a 1040EZ and your green W-2. If you look on the top half, it's a W-2 form. On the bottom half, it's a 1099 INT form. The name on there should be June A on both of those. So that's the sample I'm going to go through. You're going to have two other samples that you can do on your own. So once you go through this one time, if the substitute wouldn't mind just playing the video again, if you need it, you can pause it where you want to pause it and go through just to practice this stuff because you're going to have to be able to do one on your own. Okay, so what you'll need, your W-2, which tells you what you earned and the amount of taxes that your employer took out, and then your 1099 INT, which is what you earned from any kind of interest from a bank account. You legally have to be sent these documents from both your employer and your bank. So usually by January 31st of the year, you'll get these in the mail. All right, so if you look at the 1040EZ, which is the white form, at the top there, you see first name and initial, last name. If you want to write in June, May, so you remember what example this is, that's great. Please go ahead and do that. Reality, when you fill out taxes after your first time, you usually get a form in the mail, and it's got a sticker for you, and you just stick that on there. So you'll notice on the left-hand side of the 1040EZ, there's some like subheadings. So one says income, one says payments, credits, and tax, and one says refund or amount you owe. And that's really what we're focusing on today. So all you're going to do is basically transfer information from your W-2 into the line 1 of your 1040EZ. So in this case, your 1040EZ on line 1, you should have $24,050. Okay, where did I get that? I got that from this form, from that number right there, $24,050. And let's see here. Come on. I'm going to put that number right there, $1,050. Taxable interest, if it's over $1,500, you can't use this form. Well, that doesn't apply to you because you only earned, if you look at your 1099 INT, the green form at the bottom. If you look in box 1, interest income is $50.02. Just to let you know about let me move this over a little bit. About decimal places, you don't have to worry about them. You basically round to the nearest dollar. So $50.02 is just going to be $50. If you feel like writing 2 cents in there, great. But the IRS doesn't really care about 2 cents. Next one says, let me go back here. Says, if you look at this bullet point here, says we'll assume the sample person, in this case June May, has not been unemployed and does not live in Alaska. So you would actually enter 0 for line 3. Then, and I'm going to go back on the screen here and show you this, you're going to add up lines 1 through 3, and you get your AGI or adjusted gross income. So 0, add them up, so that'll be $25,000, and that's your adjusted gross income. Okay. So finishing this step 1 part right here, if you look at line 5, it says if someone can claim you or your spouse if a joint return as a dependent, check the applicable boxes. Well, we're going to assume for both this assignment and for your financial plan that you are single, and the only person that's depending upon you is you. So you would check the U box, okay? And since you're checking the U box, if you're following the instructions, it says to enter $9,750 into this line right here. That is your exemption, which means you're not required to pay taxes on $25,000. You're required to pay taxes on $25,000 minus $9,750, which is the instructions for line 6 here. Subtract line 5 from line 4. when you do that math, you ought to get 15,250. Okay, 15,250. So that's what you're required to pay taxes on. And there we are. Now, step 2, determining how much tax you've already paid. It says to enter the number from line 2, or box 2, it should say, on your W-2. So go back to the green sheet, look at box 2, where it says federal income tax withheld. It should say $1,822. You're going to take that number, and you're going to enter it in to line 7. I'm going to do this in red here, because this is what you paid, $1,822. Sorry about the small font, but that's all I could do. So 8A says earned income credit. We're going to assume you don't have any earned income credit, okay? So that's 0. Non-taxable combat pay. Well, you didn't. We're not going to assume June May, since she works at the hometown office services, wasn't fighting in Afghanistan. So that would be 0 as well. So on number 9, it says to add up line 7, 8A. These are your federal payments and credits. So she paid $1,822 in taxes. Okay. 10. Tax. It says use the amount. Okay. Here. There we go. You're going to use the amount from your AGI, which we already decided was 15,250. Amalia, are you asking a question? Haha. Look on line 6. Okay, 15,250. What you're going to do is you're going to take that number and you're going to go look at one of the charts or tables that's posted around the room. There's 3 in the back, kind of near Elliot and Mike. There's one over near Danielle, or one set of them over near Danielle, on the left-hand side of the room, and then underneath the trophies in the phone on the blue cabinet, there's another set. And you're going to find 15,250. Obviously, the screen has pretty tiny writing, but if you look, you'll see 15,250 on the wall. Go ahead and do that. Ms. Substitute, Mr. Substitute, go ahead and pause it, let them go find this, and then we will figure out what the number is. Okay, so once you looked it up, you should have found that it was $1,849. And now you got to figure out, do you owe or does the government owe you? Okay? If line 9 is larger than line 10, you'll get a refund. That's not the case here, because line 10 is larger than line 9. So you owe in this case, or June May owes. So what do we do? Well, 1,849 minus 1,822 is 27 bucks. Oh my goodness. Excuse me, kids. So, sorry about that. Now we're looking down at amount you owe in this box right here, and the difference is 27 bucks. Okay? So that's how much you would have to write a check for to the U.S. government and mail it off. Finishing touches on this, you got to sign it. There's no third-party designee. You didn't hire anybody because it's not that hard. You do it yourself. If you hired someone, it probably would have cost you 50 bucks. But down here, it says sign here. So June, May. Date, April 10th, 2013. Occupation, she's an office worker. And then she would fill in her phone number. And we are done. So it's not that difficult. You just need the correct forms. You need to be able to look at the tax tables, do a little math, and you can do your taxes on your own. Thanks a lot. Good luck with the next 2, and I will see you Friday.